Good morning, everybody. It's a nice sunny day here in beautiful South Carolina, and just wanted to do a little brief tour of my citrus plantings for all you folks who follow me on YouTube. This one is a citramon. This tree is probably 20 years old or more. It's been through at least one 8-degree freeze. Very, very cold hardy. Last Christmas we were down to around 15 degrees for at least 3 nights, barely got above freezing. And you see what a beautiful crop of fruit it sets. So wish we had these for sale. We're trying to get some grafted and ready to go for all you folks that want to do cold hardy citrus. This one makes a great lemon pie, by the way. All right, this one is a beautiful fruit. This is called a Sacaton citramello. It's a trifoliate cross with grapefruit, but it makes a beautiful fruit. Some people actually like them to eat. They've still got a little bitter twang of the trifoliate, bitter lemon in them, but a nice tree to have. Beautiful fruit. We've got some of these grafted, hope to have them ready by spring of 24. This is one of my personal favorites. This is 10-degree tangerine clem yuzu tutu. It's clementine crossed with yuzu, but I want you to look at how easily this thing peels. Look at that. And when you taste it, it's just like eating lemonade. It tastes just like you're eating lemonade. This tree has actually survived the 8-degree freeze we had in 2018. It did take some damage from 8 degrees, but it did survive it. So another good one for folks a little further north, North Carolina, maybe Southern Virginia. We have these in stock if anybody wants to try one. Another one of my favorites. This is a real cold hardy citrus. This one has been out in all the freezes we've ever had. Never has sustained any damage that I'm aware of. Miawa kumquat. You eat the whole thing. And when you eat it, you can't believe you ate the whole thing. These are Dunstan citramellos. Developed by Dr. Dunstan, I believe, from down in Florida way back in the early 1900s. But anyway, that's another cross with trifoliate, grapefruit and trifoliate. I got my first trees or the seed from these from the late great A.J. Bullard, who was a member of the Southern Fruit Fellowship. I used to be a member of back before computers wiped out all the newsletters. We had a newsletter that came out 4 times a year. But this came from North Carolina, from Dr. A.J. Bullard. He was a dentist. This is how I got started with citrus. This is a satsuma tree. We did have 135 of these in a grove at one time, lost them to an 8-degree freeze. But if you'll pan the camera around, I'll show you we're trying to get ready for winter time. Even though it's almost Christmas now and we don't have everything completed, we're working on it, trying to get them bagged or covered with frost cloth. And we have our little sprayers in place, little micro mist sprayers that we spray inside the trees to keep them alive during real cold weather. Okay, I thought I'd give you all a little brief tour of my greenhouse. This was constructed 2 years ago, going on 3 years. And the trees that you're going to see in here are 2.5 years old from a 3-gallon size planting. I think you'll be pretty amazed at what you see. All right, this one's a bloom sweet grapefruit, and we're actually going to cut one of these, let you see what they look like on the inside. Another beautiful piece of fruit. And here we go. Bloom sweet grapefruit, also called kinkoji. Look at that. I wish I could let you taste some of it. Bloom sweet grapefruit. Our next fruit for your looking pleasure in this greenhouse is Chinese pomelo. Here we have the Caracara red navel orange. This is a delicious piece of fruit. Look how pretty that is, grown in the ground here in the greenhouse in Scranton, South Carolina. And look at this flesh. Beautiful fruit and delicious. This is a flame red grapefruit. This tree is only 2 years old, from a 3-gallon. Probably had about 15 fruit on it. We've already been enjoying some of them. Look at this fruit when we slice it. Flame red grapefruit, sweet and delicious. All right, this is one you probably never heard of. This is an orange from China. I got this, I was out in California back, June was 2 years ago now. And they had some trees that was discarding, and this was one of them, and I got them to send it to me. Doesn't make a real large orange, but the fruit is delicious. There's flesh inside. Look at that. Seedless too. Hongjian orange. This little tree was loaded up, probably had 20 oranges on it. They're all gone, but about 3 now. They've all been taken to a happy home somewhere. But this is a Hamlin orange. This is your juice orange out of Florida. Look at the quality of that. I mean, you won't find anything any better than a grocery store. And we have these available in stock. I highly recommend, if you want yourself a good hobby and something that's not going to cost you a fortune, build yourself a little small greenhouse like this and start growing citrus. Hamlin orange. Okay, this is a new one to me. I got this from a friend of mine that operates a citrus nursery in Georgia. Madison Citrus Nursery. You may have heard of him before. Herschel Boyd, one of the best friends I've ever had. But this is a navel orange out of Florida. It's an early navel orange. Look at the beautiful color on that one. This is called a Glen navel orange, and we have these available if anybody happens to want to try to grow Glen navel oranges. Look at the quality of that fruit. California, eat your heart out. All right, I've always said I never met a citrus I didn't like until I ran into this one. This is a Sukari orange from Egypt, and it is sugary sweet with very, very little acidity, but look at the quality of that fruit. And we're going to try this one for your viewing pleasure. Look at that. But it is just syrupy, sugary, sweet. They say kids love them. All right. So I hope you've enjoyed our little tour. We got a few trees in here that hadn't produced any fruit this year. These are Tango Mandarin oranges. We've got a seedless Kishu back in the corner that you can't see, but anyhow, I highly recommend one of these greenhouses. If you'll get a shot from up at the top from here to the end, we're decorated for Christmas. That is pine tar that is hanging out of this is fresh sawed lumber that I got from a friend of mine. All these 2x4s you're looking at was $450, so much cheaper than the big box stores. But I highly recommend it. If you don't have one, get yourself a greenhouse. You'll love it.